New York City loves to party. Give us an excuse to come together and celebrate with food, drink, and music, and the event will be organized. However, there are some New York City celebratory traditions that New Yorkers don't show up for. However, this is not one of them. Welcome back to Season 2. This is the Feast of San Gennaro. The Feast of San Gennaro celebrates the patron saint of Naples, who died most likely around 305 AD. More traditional practitioners would gather in Naples Cathedral and watch his coagulated blood liquefy. But that's not really what we do here, obviously. The tradition of celebrating Italian culture and heritage through food and music and drink started back in 1926, when immigrants would gather here on Mulberry Street in Little Italy, New York City, to honor their patron saint. This is Little Italy in Manhattan. And I want to be specific about where we are because there's Little Italys in all 5 boroughs in New York City, not to mention around the country, even worldwide. A Little Italy is where Italian immigrants gathered in a neighborhood bringing their culture and traditions that are still sustained today. The evidence is obvious. The Feast of San Gennaro is also celebrated worldwide, so why is it unique to New York City? Because we got the biggest. About 1 million people gather here every year for the Feast of San Gennaro. We also got the most famous Feast of San Gennaro. You ever see Godfather 2? The famous scene of Robert De Niro as the young Vito Corleone scaling the rooftops of Little Italy before an assassination? I don't want to spoil anything, but if you haven't seen the Godfather movies, go watch these movies after this video. Watch this video, like, share, tag your friends, leave your comments down below, then go watch the Godfather movies. We also got the best traditions. How about the 21st annual cannoli eating contest sponsored by Ferrara? Been around since 1892, the same family has run it the whole time. Best cannoli in New York City. Interesting fact, cannoli is actually plural. These guys are shoving cannoli in their face. Cannolo is the singular, it comes from an old Sicilian word cannolu, meaning little tube. It's sweetened ricotta filled inside of a fried pastry shell. 24 cannoli in 6 minutes? I'm good with a cannolo. Cheers. Leave the gun, take the cannoli. That's a famous quote from the original Godfather. But in reference to that scene in Godfather 2 that I mentioned with De Niro up on the rooftops, that scene was actually filmed here on Mott Street, which is now Chinatown. Now, a lot of people are saddened by the diminishment of Little Italy because of the expansion of Chinatown, but really, I think it's a testament to how well Italian Americans have assimilated. And the Chinese have too. Italian and Chinese immigrants thrive here in the United States. But Italians aren't immigrating to New York City like they were at the turn of the 20th century, but the Chinese are. So as the Chinese population grows, Chinatown expands and Little Italy gets much smaller. Little Italy now is really just the tiny hot dog inside the giant bun that is Chinatown. So that's what's up. But you know what hasn't diminished? Italian culture, heritage, and cuisine. Let's feast. Cheers. Check it out. Oldest active gun shop in the United States, 1911. Oldest cheese shop in the United States. We love doing this here in New York. We got the oldest, the biggest, the coolest. Try and debate it. Another tradition at the feast is the Grand Procession, a big parade with floats and music and traditional garb. Also, the shrine to San Gennaro, taken from its permanent home at the Church of the Most Precious Blood, is paraded through the streets. Money is pinned to the shrine, then that money is later given to charity. This year's Grand Marshal, Chaz Palminteri. While celebrating, cheers! Aperol Spritzer. Bene, molto bene. Thank you very much. Free stuff?
Oh, yeah.
Happy festival. All right, thanks guys. Now, if you're watching this episode when we originally air it, there's still a few more days left of the festival. So if you're in the New York area, come on down to Little Italy and celebrate the Feast of San Gennaro. And if you're here on Saturday the 23rd, you can catch the biggest tradition, the meatball eating contest. Now, you may have seen him during the cannoli eating contest, but the meatball eating contest is hosted by Tony Danza, y'all. Tony Danza. Special thanks to Mort Berkowitz. Like, share, tag your friends, leave your comments down below. We'll see you next week.